Hey, what's up, guys? So, finally get to record a video for you guys. It's nothing sexy. It's just me in my car. I actually got to charge my car because we are going to Anaheim. Well, gonna drive to the airport. Battery was super low. So low to the point where when I would accelerate, it was barely moving. Like, I barely made it to the charging station. But yo, we made it. So I got some time to record. I really want to be on point with this whole YouTube thing. You guys have any recommendations on what you guys want to see? Let me know. Leave a comment. I thought about, should I just vlog on a daily? Should I vlog, 3 times a week or whatever? My life is not that interesting, especially right now with no shows, but I still work. I still do my check-ins. It's almost January, so I will be signing a bunch of new clients. So if you guys are interested, let me know. If you guys are trying to do a national show, or if it's your first show, hit me up. I got room. I have a few things in store that I'm really excited about. I got the Arnold. That's going to be, February 28th to March 2nd. But obviously I'm there for the men's physique portion. I have Aaron and I got Vitor. Aaron entering was pretty last minute. He hit me up one day and was like, yo, you want to do the Arnold? Thought about it, and compared to other shows that we did, he's in a better spot. So I was like, you know what? I'm good with it as long as you know that we're gonna have to push it. He's been dropping so far. We started off 12 weeks out. Food is not crazy low. It's all right. He has about a 40-40-20 split, around 300 grams of both protein and carbs. Cardio, we started a little higher than normal, but we didn't have a lot of time, so I just told him, like, yo, let's just freaking do this, do whatever we gotta do. And he's aware of it, and so far he's been dropping. And then Vitor he stays pretty lean, so I don't really have issues getting him lean. Obviously we do have areas that we need to work on, like back density. That's still an area that we have to get right. I give him a workout, so we are really focusing on just building dense muscle. To me, the best way to build dense muscle is, obviously it's no real secret, heavy weights, good form, and progressive overload, right? That to me is the key for building that density. All the guys, I'm sure you've seen old school bodybuilders that have a crazy back. You'll find one thing that they have in common, and it's like Dorian Yates or Ronnie Coleman. They lift crazy weight. It doesn't have to be crazy. Everybody's heavy weight obviously is different from person to person. Not everybody is gonna be rack pulling 7 plates, right? That's what the judges told us that we had to work on, was for him more density. His food is pretty high. He has 5 meals, 30 to 250 grams of protein, 400 carbs. He weighs at 87 kilos right now, and his weight cap is 84. So he's in striking distance. We found some things that worked for him going into Olympia, and it worked really well. So for sure for the Arnold, he's going to be a lot better. So I'm excited about that. I will be recording some content on that too when I do go to Ohio, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. And yeah, what else I got? I have a pretty fun project that I have with one of my guys. His name is Cody Christian. I'm excited to be joining that force with you, bro. Like I said, I have a statement to make because I feel like I've never made this statement before. Yeah. And that goes back to my point where it's like I've never, even when I was in the best of shape, it's like I've been shirtless in a few things. I've done a few photo shoots maybe where I had like open shirts, but I've never really been that level of physique and condition where I was like, okay, let me really show out right now. Yeah. Really like stand on this and flex and like, this is what I'm showing up with. Yeah. And I feel like it's a powerful statement to make because I haven't made it yet. Now is the time. Yeah. Now is like the time. Yeah. Like in my life, in my career, in everything. It's like now is the time to show up and show out with that. Some of you guys might know him. If you guys are fans of All American, he played Asher. He was in Pretty Little Liars. And I've been working with him for a few months. It was, on and off, just because he was busy filming. And we hooked up through a mutual friend, Calliet, who is a celebrity trainer. I've been working with Corey for years too. We've done, a lot of, cuts throughout the years. And we have a project that we're going to do as well. Well, I'll talk about that later, but yeah, as far as Cody, I did have a phone meeting with him the other day. I had an idea. I was like, hey, why won't we do this? Why won't we just diet down like how I do with my bodybuilders, get you from point A to point B, and then go back to a flexible dieting approach and just maintain, and if you have like a shoot or you have to film a scene where you want to show your abs or whatever, we'll peak for it, and he was all for it. I'm really excited about that. And with Corey, we was tag teaming on a little business venture that we had. It's on pause right now, but we was working with a few guys, guys like John Boyega, Scoot McNary, but yeah, we're just putting that on hold. But for now, it's just going to be, me working with Cody, and then me and Corey, we got something that we have in store. So I will be hopefully flying down in LA in the future and film some content, maybe some training videos or whatever. I mean, nothing crazy, just so you guys can, get some cool stuff to watch. So I'm really excited about that. I was doing a check-in the other day. I noticed one of my clients was gaining weight. So I asked him, like, yo, weight's been moving up. Like, what changed? What did you do different? This is something that I always ask, because sometimes people leave certain things out. So I asked him, like, yo, was your sleep bad? Did you eat late? What do you remember doing different this week? And he was like, no, nothing. I didn't do anything different. And he mentioned, oh, well, I did change the way that I cooked my meat, my proteins. I was like, what'd you do? I started using an air fryer. I was like, oh. So here's the thing about air fryers. Now this could actually go with any way of cooking things, but the air fryer is pretty consistent with how it cooks food. I hear people talk about this all the time, like, oh yeah, I use an air fryer and it just tastes so much better. It's crispy, especially my tilapia or whatever. I love that thing, right? But in reality, some people actually end up eating more than what they're supposed to be eating. What an air fryer does is it dehydrates food way more than any other way of cooking it. Versus like, let's say, stir fry it, grill it, bake it, or whatever. It just dehydrates it a little bit more. I remember like a few years ago, I was cooking some chicken with an air fryer, and it was like about a pound. And I was like, okay, let's test this thing out. Let's say you're cooking 8 ounces raw chicken. 8 ounces has 52 grams of protein. And usually when you cook it, let's say you grill it, stir fry it, or whatever, it usually shrinks it down to about 6 ounces, right? 2 ounces, you lose 2 ounces. When you use an air fryer, it dehydrates it a little bit more, right? So instead of it going to 6 ounces, sometimes it goes down to 5. Sometimes it even goes below 5, like 4 ounces, and that's why you hear a lot of people say, oh yeah, it's so crispy. But yeah, it's crispy, but you're dehydrating it more, meaning it's the same protein, but it's just shrinking more. And what people do is they would weigh their protein cooked, right? So they're still getting 6 ounces of chicken. You follow? You're still getting 6 ounces of chicken, but it's dehydrated. So in reality, some people are actually probably eating 8 ounces of cooked chicken. So they actually eat more. A few years ago, I was eating about 6 ounces using an air fryer, and I was like, man, why does this look like so much? Why does it look like a lot? And it's because I was eating a lot more. So I noticed that I would feel fuller in my stomach, and I would wake up like heavier, like a pound up or 2 pounds up. And I thought about it. And it's because, I'm actually overeating. So using an air fryer is a dope tool. So like, to me, the best way to probably be able to use an air fryer and not worry about that, measuring your food raw. That's one way to just be careful and get the right amount of food that you're supposed to get in. I know a lot of you probably got air fryers for, I don't know, Secret Santa, White Elephant, or whatever, or just a gift. Because I remember one year I had 2 air fryers in the same Christmas. So it's a pretty common gift. So if you guys do use the air fryer, be careful, and make sure that you're not overeating, because that is a common thing that a lot of people do make mistakes with. Because yeah, man, like especially like tilapia, for example, even if you stir fry it, people are like overcooking it, getting that crispiness. Little do they know, they're actually eating more protein than they're supposed to, and they're actually making it harder for themselves to cut, because obviously they're overeating. Because imagine if you do this 4 times in a day, right? Imagine how much more calories that you're actually getting in. Some people could be eating 200 plus more calories just from protein alone, just because of how they prepare it. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think about what you guys want to see. If you guys want to see daily updates or whatever from my clients, that's something that I could possibly do. I mean, I obviously can't do everybody. I'll show little clips here of how I do things. I leave voice messages or little text messages or whatever, depending on what situation I'm in with the client. If it's something that I really need to voice out, because there's some people that are super easy, where it's like, oh, dope, you lost weight, everything is on point. It's not really much you got to say. I mean, like I said in my first video, I'm very, I'm kind of short, but I tell you what you need to hear, and I do what I gotta do. That's what makes it easy for me, and that's just the way I like doing things. I like getting my work done. I like making sure that you get all the info that you need. And sometimes people think there's more to it. Like, no, there isn't. You followed it perfectly. Let's go. Let's do it again. I'll see you guys later, or whatever, tomorrow, next week, whatever. Let me know. So, another thing, as far as my training, I've been, like I said in my last video, I've been pretty consistent. This week was a little harder because of the holidays, because of Christmas. So I didn't get my normal sessions, my normal cardio in, especially yesterday and today. I wanted to be home to spend time with my kids. I wanted it to be something that, something my kids could remember, especially Lara, because obviously she's older. So I want to make sure that, it's something that we could look forward to every year. And I didn't want to, I probably could have went to the gym, but I just didn't. I just stayed home. We played basketball for a little bit. I did have some clips on my Instagram that I posted. She's getting good. She definitely surprises me, because when we first started like 3 weeks ago, she would shoot, she could not touch rim. Like, she would just airball everything, and it was just like, I was a little nervous. Like, man, I know she's young, but what if she just don't got it in her, right? We just kept doing it, and after the third day, she actually made her first basket, and we was hyped. And now she's like shooting 3 in a row, 4 in a row. She's learning how to dribble and then shoot. She's so new to it, but she's learning, so that's really fun. So that's what we did yesterday. We tried to watch some movies, and yeah. But yeah, couldn't lift, but it is what it is, Gotta do what I gotta do with my family, and the gym will be there. I did do shoulders at the house. I just had my both legs adjustable weights, and I just did what I could, And then obviously, like I mentioned, I am going to Disneyland tomorrow, well, Anaheim. So I do plan on hitting the gym while I'm there. Hopefully I can get a solid session. Whether I have time to go to an actual gym, or I end up using the hotel gym, whatever I gotta do, because again, I've been consistent. It just sucks because I have a routine. I'm very OCD when it comes to training. I like certain machines training at the same time. That's why sometimes it's hard for me to lift with people, because I have certain exercises that I want to do, where I can, as much as I need to rest and go into my next set with the weight that I'm using, because I have a goal of progressive overload, right? So sometimes, training with people could throw me off. I'm sure that's how a lot of people feel. But yeah, I don't get to do my normal routine. But it's okay. Like I said, I'm going to do what I can. And then next week, I'll go back to my normal workout time, go to my normal machines, and continue to just get stronger, I am a lot weaker. It sucks, but I'm going to do whatever I can, because I am getting older. So I also got to really be careful with how I do things. I can't ego lift. If I feel like I could probably do more, I got to be aware, that I don't do it at a point where I like tear my pec or something, or tear my quad, or, I got to be careful. I'm just gradually gradually doing it. I was hooping, you know, I was doing circuit style training. I was training very, very different compared to how we do as bodybuilders. But I'm excited, you know. I'm really hoping to really put more size on. I have no time frame. I'm not in a rush. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, enjoy it, post it, you know, in the future if I feel good about my progress or if I feel good about things to where I could share it. So far that's how my training has been going, and it's been a lot of fun.